It was autumn on the island of Sodor. The Duke and Duchess of Boxford had arrived on holiday. Their private engine, Spencer, came too. The Fat Controller's engines were at Knapford Station when Spencer came steaming proudly in. The Duke and Duchess will be having a special tea party at their estate today, explained the Fat Controller. There is a special train of food to be delivered. We will need a fast and steady engine to deliver it by tea time, said the Duke. The Fat Controller's engines were excited. They all wanted to do the special job. I should pull the train. I'm the fastest engine in the world, Spencer sniffed snootily. Not like these soda engines. They are silly and slow. Thomas and his friends were cross. We're not slow, grumbled Gordon. Or silly, peaked Percy. You're just a shiny show-off, tooted Thomas. Spencer didn't think so. I could go twice as fast as a silly little engine like you. I could manage those trucks no problem. Why don't you share the load? Suggested the Duchess. There will be lots of trucks. Very well, sighed Spencer. At least I'll show you engines you're all silly and slow. He puffed grandly away to take on water. Thomas huffed crossly. I'll show that Spencer just who's the fastest. But Gordon looked stern. You should go slowly, Thomas, he said. But if Thomas goes slowly, he'll lose to Snooty Spencer, peeped Percy. Yes, but he'll be carrying food, replied Gordon. That's an important cargo. You should treat it with care, he told Thomas. Thomas listened carefully to Gordon. He wanted to go fast and show Spencer he wasn't slow, but he knew he had to look after his cargo. Thank you, Gordon. I'll keep that in mind, he said as he puffed away. Soon, Thomas and Spencer were coupled to their trucks. Remember, little engine, snorted Spencer. Try and get there by tea time. With a whir and a whoosh, Spencer steamed quickly away. Thomas hurried crossly after him. I'll show Snooty Spencer I'm not slow. But Thomas had forgotten all about Gordon's advice. He hurried away as quickly as he could. Up ahead, he saw Emily at a signal. Thomas had to stop. Someone's in a hurry, smiled Emily. I'm trying to show Spencer soda engines aren't slow, wished Thomas. Just then, Spencer came rocketing past. See you when you finally get there, he whistled. He disappeared around a bend. Emily looked unimpressed. That silly show-off's going too fast, she said. He'll damage all his cargo. You should go slower, Thomas. Be slow and sensible. Thomas listened to his friend. That's a good idea, he said as he chuffed away. Thomas rumbled along the line. He went round curves and clattered over points. He tried to go as smoothly as possible, but he was beginning to worry. If I go any slower, I'll lose to Spencer, he said. Just then, Thomas saw Spencer up ahead. He had stopped at a signal, but the signal had changed to green. Spencer shot away in a great silver sparkle of steam. Thomas was amazed. I'll never catch him at this speed, he worried. He began to puff faster. He had forgotten about being sensible. But around the next bend was Rosie. She could see Thomas was going very quickly. You should slow down, she whistled. Go slowly and sensibly, or you might damage your load. Thomas slowed down. He had forgotten about his load of food. Bust my buffers, he puffed. That could have been bad. Luckily, Thomas's cargo was undamaged. Thomas knew he had to be careful now. I'll have to remember to be sensible, he said. I can't be a silly engine. so he puffed slowly and steadily on. At last, Thomas arrived. He was right on time. Spencer was already there. "I knew you soda engines were slow and silly," he boasted. But just then, the Duke arrived. He was not happy. "Spencer, you are a silly engine," he boomed. "You went too quickly. You made a mess of all the food. Now we can't enjoy it." Spencer was embarrassed. Then the Duke saw Thomas. "Thank goodness you're here," he smiled. "What a sensible engine you are. You went steadily and all your food is fine. You are a really useful engine," he finished. Thomas felt ever so proud. "Soda engines may not be the fastest," he puffed, "but at least we're not the silliest." Spencer said nothing, but his face went as red as a tomato.